Hey, everybody. Happy Monday. Listen, welcome into the building. I hope you're not cheating the diva and you're hitting that like button. All right, because we got stuff to talk about. Today is a recap of Love and Marriage Huntsville. And woo, let me tell you something. Let me say this. I will say this. So far this season, I'm liking the way this is going. This to me is getting back to what reality TV should look like. It's not every show they scratching and clawing each other eyes out. I feel like it's getting a little more authentic, okay? That's just what I'm feeling, and that's what I'm feeling right now with these first two episodes. I will say this though, this is just my opinion. It's not about whether I really like or not, but my opinion is if you can have Kiki on the show, then you might as well bring back Ms. Wanda. I'm just saying, those are my thoughts, okay? So listen, guys, we're going to talk about Love and Marriage Huntsville tonight, and it was a good show. Let me tell you something. Hands down, that Marsau, piece of work. Piece of work, okay? A piece of work. What's going on with the party planners on these shows? How Tiffany walk into her event and let me tell you something. If I had a business and they about to let me be on some reality show, I'm calling my mother, the dog, my sisters, my cousins. Oh, the place gonna be ready when they shine the cameras and the people walk up in there. She talking about the rain. I said, girl, you on TV. You talk the guest that's paying you gotta come put on some gloves and help set up. I said, I cannot with these party planners. She better call Sheree party planner. Honey, cause that sip and see, when the people walked in, oh, it was ready. It was ready. So we got stuff to talk about. Stormi, I'm liking what we seeing from Stormi so far. Wait. They about to put the Fletchers on full time. Well, get the Fletchers a check, okay? Get the Fletchers a check. Cause Miss Nell, oh, she here for it. She here for the shenanigans. She about to get paid by own. And she being a whole bone collecting everything. You better hashtag Miss Nell in this chat now. She doing her thing. She said, "What? Okay, I'm ready. Y'all want me to be regular? Me and my husband Chris, we ready. We gonna do this thing. Okay, they coming through, showing up and showing out. Miss Nell, she better go ahead and did her confessional. Come on, bring Wanda back. Not Drew husband all up in the picture to Don. You messy. Not Ralph. Listen, let me tell you something. Yeah, I love the Fletchers too. Come on now, the Fletchers here for. Come on now, don't we love the Fletchers? Hashtag the Fletchers in the building. Well, listen, guys, let me go ahead and hey, Juice. What's going on? Listen, I'm about to board this train, people. I'm about to board this train. And I hope you're not cheating me. All y'all got to do is hit the like button. Y'all know what? Y'all want to hit that like button. I ain't doing trending topics this week. No, I'm not. That's why I'm going to take a break. I'm going to lay down and be in my bed sleep. I ain't doing trending topics. Y'all better hit that like button. Y'all want me to come through with trending topics because there's some good stories this week. There's some good stories. There's some good stuff for us to talk about, okay? But I'm not going to come through and talk about it if y'all hit that like button. Hit the like button, people. Hit the like button. Y'all know what I need right now. Sheila, I'm glad to see you. And I hope all is well, Sheila. But y'all know what I need so I can board this train because the people on the platform waiting to get in. I need a what? I need a choo-choo. All aboard, everybody. It is Monday night trending topics, and we're here to talk about Love and Marriage Huntsville. If you don't know and you're not watching, you better go watch. It's over there on the own channel, people. Okay, get into it because every night until the end of the season on Monday night, we will be talking about it. Now, we may have to switch nights depending upon when our Sunday shows start, but you know what we got to do. Wait, hold on. What you said, Diva? I need you to do an afternoon special to keep me entertained at work. Whoa. Woo! Y'all trying to have me working down over here.
Yes, come through for the afternoon special, okay? Let me tell you, I am here for the Fletchers, okay? I said, you better shake your wig, Miss Thing, and let
Come
As
on
long as
now.
he can keep it in his
the
pants this
on it.
time.
Hey, Juice.
Hey, everybody.
Hey,
Afternoon.
beautiful people.
Hey, listen, I can't give y'all your afternoon tea because y'all don't know how to keep it to 60 minutes. Y'all be here have me here from the afternoon all the way to the night. I ain't fooling with y'all like that.
Two
When
minutes
you
per
picking all
person.
these copies?
Child, you know what I am. I'm gonna learn, but you know what? You know what? In my opinion, the topics be flowing together. They just be flowing, and I try to do a little flow, but y'all be cutting up. That's your
Maybe
y'all
this is
do.
what you need to do, Diva. You need to talk about all the topics, then you get our comments on each and every one of them at a time.
I gotta see because then sometimes you ain't gonna remember the videos, and then you're gonna be like, "Can y'all do a replay?"
No.
Oh, shit.
I can't be fooling with y'all like that. We got one slot open in the building. If you never came through and you want to come through and try us out, we don't bite. But we tell you this though: if you got an opinion, stand your ground. Don't catch feelings, catch the train. But we do have a slot open tonight, so it's not full house. If you want to come through, hit the link and join us for the conversation. Now we're going to go ahead and get into this. We start off with Kiki and Mel. I can't even when it's Kiki talking. I'm just there like, you know, what the heck? Like, oh, what is she saying? Hold on 1 second. Shy-Time, thank you for the super chat. Let me pay my tithes and offering. You know, it's come on now. Amen.
The collection plate is going around. Please feel free to add to that.
Thank you. Amen.
And hit the like button.
Ms. Wilson, no 24/7. No, y'all ain't gonna hit me up to get me all worked up and whatnot. No, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. Okay, Dustin's in the building. The slot is gone. Okay, we're full house. The platform is full. All right, listen, guys. So you know, Kiki and Mel. Kiki, she just talking circles. She talking circles. She said everybody's talking about a relapse, but I didn't relapse. All right, Kiki. You know, she said she cannot, but let me tell you this: she ain't stupid though. Listen, I'm sorry, guys. The platform is full. The slot was taken. Let me tell you this though. I get this to Kiki. She ain't stupid. She said, "Well, I can't talk about that. My lawyer says shut up." Okay. And then Mel asked another question. She said, "No. I can't confirm or deny."
Confirm or deny.
Mel said, "Was that you?" She said, "Was that you?" She said, I can't. No, I got me a lawyer. Got me a lawyer. You better holler. She ain't stupid, okay? Yeah, she had me dizzy too. But I said, oh, she ain't stupid. She ain't stupid because she said, no, I got me a lawyer, and I will not be speaking about none of those accusations against me. Okay, I ain't doing that. Okay, and then in the confessional, she said we all gonna bow down when it's proven that wasn't her. I mean, I guess you know what? I gotta go to the eye doctor again because when I saw the Crime Stopper video, it looked like her. It looked like her. But listen,
you gotta go to Lens Crafter.
I didn't even go to you stupid.
I cannot. Hey, Diva, I'm sorry. I just got a call I got to take. So I'm going to drop. But listen, I love y'all.
Love you back.
Love y'all too. Have a great day, y'all. I'll be in the chats after this call.
All right.
Bye-bye now.
Yeah, I'm going to go to Lens Crafter. Because it looked like her on the Crime Stopper video, but she said no. Wasn't me. I can't be getting into all that. Okay, you understand? Did she? But I will give this to Mel. I'm starting to like Mel again because when she said you the only one that kind of followed up with me, Tisha didn't even call me. She said, well, you know what? Did you call Tisha when she was going through all her stuff? And then you know, Kiki was like, well, you know, they say you can't expect yourself and other people. All right, Kiki, we love you though. Okay, so Tisha goes and sees her husband at their house. Let me tell you what's confusing about these two. They moved out of their house to rent out another house, even though they built in another house to renovate the house that they moved out of. I mean, make that make sense. Somebody holler at me. Make that make sense.
Diva, I had the same exact thought.
Yeah. Make that make sense.
Repeat it again, Diva.
Okay. No, it's a puzzle. It's a whole puzzle. You living in one house and you building another house from the ground up. But you decide to move out of that house.
To take a boat.
That part.
How many houses does it take to get one house?
Scott Manor. That's right. Thank you, S Lover. That's right. You build in Scott Manor, but you leave that one house to go rent out a house, and you're gonna renovate that one house. It just don't even make no sense. Then she asked me, what's the furniture budget? Why would you refurnish that house and you building Scott Manor? All right, but anyway, I guess we dumb, but that's what's going on. Okay, so that's what they doing. So she go visit him at the construction site, and they talking money, and they always gotta kind of one up each other. You're building. I'm building I got a new car. Now she want a new car. They talking about allowance. Okay, I'm letting you in the building. Come on now, choo choo. Okay,
choo choo.
Come on, holla. So yeah, so you're building this, you're doing this, you buying a new SUV. Y'all doing too much. Why would you want to buy a new car when y'all trying to do Scott Manor and renovate this and y'all got black whatever? They a lie.
Knowing y'all need $100 bill.
Knowing that they being sued too. They being sued.
Don't have a lawsuit to worry about.
That part. And then the next scene I add in, so we'll talk about these 3 scenes, is Storm and Tiff. So Tiffany goes to the whatever brunch place where she's having baby Ace. And let me tell you this, my eyes, maybe I need new glasses, because at the brunch thing, I didn't see Ace. Did anybody see Ace? I didn't see Ace. I didn't see them rolling the stroller with Ace. I didn't see Ace. But anywho, she was coordinating the brunch for Ace, and then Tiffany Stormi comes to see her, and her and Stormi talking, and Stormi's like, are you sad? Are you depressed? Don't laugh for me. I ain't playing with you. You're a fool. I cannot. I'm just telling you what happened. We just recapping here. She said, are you sad? Are you depressed? And she, and Tiff got tears in her eyes. And, she's like, yeah, and my husband not around. But Tiff, I like you, Tiffany. I do. But you knew your husband was going to be around before you got pregnant. And you was cool with this. You knew that you was going to work and have the baby, because the whole comeback group was asking you, are you ready for this? You said you ready for it, right? So why are you crying now? You said you was ready for all this, right? And you said the husband ain't around, the kids need you, your husband need you, the baby needs you, right? Everybody, you getting all these texts about see the baby. Now, my thing is, they got FaceTime and all that. I never been an iPhone user, so I ain't have that option. They got FaceTime. Somebody want to see the baby? FaceTime. There you go. There go Ace. You see him? He laying down in his crib. He sleep. I mean, it ain't that difficult now with all of this technology and everybody. Yeah, she keeps up the drama. And I like her. This is me liking her. It's exhausting. It is exhausting. I get all these texts and everybody wants to see the baby. That's why I'm having this. Girl, they could have saw the baby without all the waffles and the cheese and the strawberries. But we love you, Tiff. And she said, I picked this place because it didn't require much decoration. But your party planner, okay, she was like, we're going to make this a Tiffany experience. Ace and Company, Tiffany Company and Ace. Then the day comes and the whole experience is nothing. The balloons were still in the bag. The food was still in the trays. And she complaining. How are you a whole party planner and you not used to the rain, the snow, and the sunshine? My birthday's in March. And March is very unpredictable in Jersey. One March, honey, it could be nice and sunny. You could probably go out in shorts. And the next March, it'll be a whole snowstorm. And one year I had my birthday party. All the days leading up to my birthday was nice. The sun was shining, everything. My birthday's a whole freaking snowstorm. I promise you it was. And I thought the place where I was having my birthday party at, I thought they was going to be closed. I called there. They picked up the phone. I said, what's going on? What's going on? Because everybody was calling me. They was like, is this still going down? Is this still happening? I said, hold on, because I'm sure this place is going to be. No, I called that place. They was open. and I signed a contract. So yeah. I had to go out. I promised you I had to go out and have my birthday party in the whole snowstorm. And I was even mad at the people that said they couldn't make it, because all the people that did come, they came through dangerous snow, sleet, and everything to party with me in the snowstorm. But I still went to my party cute in my shoes, though. But that's what you gotta do. I had on heels in the snow. I sure did. Yes, I did. Okay. Yeah, the party planner get played. That party planner was a mess. Let me tell you something. And so me, just a regular average person in the snowstorm, my party planner was there. Yes, she was. Honey, my cake, my cake, it was all there. I had it, everything was ready. I wasn't ready to be out in that snow, but honey. So this lady, I gotta help you put, and she act like we gonna have it all decked out. We gonna have balloons. Nothing. You better call Sheree when you throw the next party. I promise you that. Now you ain't gonna have no money left, but the party gonna look good. The party gonna look good. It was an old snowstorm. Yeah. Matter of fact, I thought New Jersey they was gonna call a state of emergency on my birthday. Come on now. Boy, yeah, what do you think about those first 3 scenes?
First 3 scenes, we starting off with Mel and Tisha's cousin. I can never remember. Kiki, thank you. Mm-hmm. You know, poor Kiki. That's all I could say. Literally, I just felt bad just sitting watching her literally spill her life out without really spilling out her life. I mean, you can really tell that she is going through some devastation in her life right now. She is just in a hurricane in life right now, unfortunately. Yeah. And I do appreciate, even though I'm questioning how genuine it is, but I do appreciate Mel attempting to be there for her, and even in the confessionals, being nice about the things that she's saying, about Kiki, because as Mel said, you innocent until proven guilty. So right. I'll leave that alone.
And wait, I'm gonna let you continue. Robin, you better tell her, Robin. She said facing a $5 million lawsuit, a home being built with no end date in sight, renovating. Renovating your current home and renting a small home. But we're talking about leasing furniture and wanting a new truck. Make that make sense. You better tell it, Robin. Shout out to the moderator, Robin. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Rhea. Go ahead.
It was a no end date for me. But speaking of them, they are the couple that makes the least sense together, in my opinion. It's literally like watching 2 children grow up and just have a whole business and a life and a family. Like you said, who buys property to rent a house to then go renovate the house, to rent an apartment, to go back to the house, but then you go buy furniture for the renovated house, but the house that you built in ain't like... This is why you don't work with family, because I believe his uncle was built in the house, right? This is just a mess. Yeah. It's a mess. Yeah. And then, this whole, to me, I really feel like they play games with their relationship, in my opinion. It's always a back and forth. It's always, let me out top you. Let me outdo you. Let me do better than you. Oh, well, you got this. Well, I want that. It's always just this tit for tat, in my opinion, from what I see from them. So it's just like watching a petty relationship and a childish relationship right in front of my face. So yeah, whatever to them. And then you going to buy a new truck, child. Whew. Anyways, and then the last scene with Tiffany and Stormi. I am really Stormi is really growing on me this season. Yeah. When Stormi first came on the show, I really wasn't feeling Stormi like that. I wasn't liking her. But Stormi, to me, she is one of the most authentic chicks on here.
I agree.
She is just herself. It's natural. It's real. Her family is their self. They're natural. They're real. I could probably get in a little trouble for saying this, but I would liken Stormi to Candy. she brings so much with her, and she has a lively family just like Kandi does. So, you know, I feel like she's really filling that role very well on this show. And then with Tiffany. Tiffany, I would have liked you so bad. I want to. Like, I really be trying to like you. But every time I try, you give me a reason not to. Like, and I thought it was very funny. Like, you're sitting here in one scene, you're talking about how you don't trust Kiki and you don't want anybody around you who would be doing this, and you know, da 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 da. But then and now you're okay with having Kiki around and you introducing her to your baby, so you really trust her, you know. But then you're still talking trash about her, and then now all of a sudden you're emotional about everything you got going on. Like, girl, pick a side and stay on it. Either you're gonna be a mean girl and itchy and all of that, or you're gonna be Mr. Softy and be soft across the board. Like, pick a side, stay on it. And it's bothering me that you sit up here complaining about all the responsibilities that you got going on now, when this was a conversation with you and Lou before you had this child, when y'all first got on the show.
100%.
So, you know, I recall when you came over, Miss Tiffany, and I love you, honey. No disrespect. But you told us that it was going to be a turnaround this season and that we was really going to, you know, see a different side of you. But I don't see it. I see the same person I met 2 years ago in this problem.
In my opinion, your thoughts? Thank you for you.
Okay, so I'm gonna need everybody to get out their delusions. Okay.
Oh.
Come on.
First of all, okay, I understand Mel trying to hold Kiki down, but I'm gonna need somebody to talk some sense into her. Okay, I'm gonna need somebody to put on their big girl panties and tell her, ma'am, you know, you might need a little help, and you might need a little more than we can offer you right now. If you my real friend, I wouldn't want you to sit here and let me look like this on national TV. I just wouldn't. And I would hope that my real friend will pull me to the side and say, sis, maybe you need to sit this season out. With Stormi and Tiffany. Ooh, let me tell you something. First of all, Tiffany, I'm gonna need you to go on ahead, okay, and go to the nearest phone, okay, and find you a real party planner, because I don't know what budget center you got this party planner from, but my 10-year-old could have planned a better party than this, okay? It was giving low budget. It was giving no value. The food looked very uninteresting. Why am I setting up if I paid you? What did I pay you for? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just not giving what they think it was giving. And what was the other thing?
Tisha and Marsau in the house.
Let me tell you something. Now, I'm gonna need them to go and see a psychiatrist. Okay, I'm gonna need them to go see a psychiatrist because both of them need some treatment. Okay, Tisha need to go back across the tracks and find her brain. I don't know where she left it, but she need to go on ahead back across the track and find her brain. And Marsau need to go on ahead and click his red heels together, okay, and go see the wizard. Okay, I'm gonna need him to go get him some courage, a heart, and everything else. Okay, because first of all, who the fuck? Oh, I'm sorry. Who asked? Are we gonna rent furniture? Like, what are you? Are you still in college? Like, rent furniture? I didn't even know they even did that no more. No.
Yeah, they still got rent a center. But,
okay.
But it doesn't make sense you building Scott.
You gonna pay 3 times as much as if you go ahead and buy it. Like, no, I'm gonna need him to stop because he could have went on Wayfair or something. You ain't got the budget, then you can find you some nice little stuff. I mean, he could even went to Ashley Furniture. They have a clearance sale every so often. I mean, go ahead and get
Raymore, Flanagan. They have good stuff.
It seemed like he want Tisha to shop at the thrift store, and I'm just like, really? Do you got what you say you got? Because yeah, it don't sound like you got it. But that's just it. And then them talking about a budget, like, oh my God, like they was up there talking about the allowance, and he was up there talking about some, yeah, but you got a bigger allowance than me. And she was like, yeah, because I got kids. And he was like, how much your purse? Like, who argues like this? No, I need y'all to go to somebody therapist and sit in the chair, okay, and get y'all stuff together, because that's the reason why y'all owe so much money, because y'all are not doing right.
Thank you, in my opinion. Emmanuel, your thoughts?
So I didn't really like that first scene with Mel and Kiki because I too don't really think that Mel is being a true friend. I don't think a real friend would be saying what she was saying. I think she would be telling her to go get help, and honestly, it's kind of coming across as an enabler. And with Kiki, I don't know. In the words of Phaedra, something in the buttermilk ain't clean. Like, I don't know what it is, but that's what I thought about that. About the Marsau and Tisha, I'm gonna need y'all to please leave the Scots alone because they know exactly what they're doing. They're really smart. You don't get to have a successful company because you're dumb or you don't know about the furniture. This was a fake argument. This was a planned argument for a little storyline. And so I didn't read too much into it. They know what they're doing and they're going to be just fine. They're going to have their beautiful house in no time. And then...
Wait, hold on. Their beautiful house, Scott Manor?
It's coming along.
Which house? The one they're renovating or the one they're building?
A, B, or C?
Come on now, Chad. Come on now. House A, B, or C. So you think it's smart, Emmanuel? I can see what you're saying about making up a scene, right? But you think it's smart to remodel your house? You moving out your house. So here's the thing, right? Would you not? We didn't discuss the dinner yet. We didn't discuss the dinner yet. So you think would you move out current house while you're trying to build your Scott Manor and waste money or spend money remodeling that house and renting another house? That makes that smart to you?
Renting an apartment.
Right. Yeah.
If I thought that was the best option in the moment, then maybe I would. I have faith in them, and I think they're gonna pull through. I think they are the number one couple of this show. So I think people pick on them too much. It's not fair. It's not fair at all. I think
Did you say the number one couple?
Yeah, he did.
They're the most
Man,
successful.
stop.
It's not fair.
Let him finish.
They are the most successful out of all of them on that cast. So I give it up to them.
They more successful than Stormi?
Yes.
Come on now. Come on and do it. Because I'm going to
just let him hang himself. It's a part 2 tonight.
Okay.
Last I recall, Stormi was in their Black Expo, correct? Yeah. Okay. And then the last scene with Stormi and Tiffany. I don't like Stormi and I don't really like Tiffany, but I like kind of seeing their friendship. I guess they're kind of starting to build a friendship. And I appreciate Stormi asking her how she was because, like as she said, no one else had asked her that. And when she started to say everything that she has going on, the baby, the older kids, being a wife, I do think it's a lot for her. So I felt bad. Yes, I am okay.
Can I say one thing though? Emmanuel is always gonna
let him finish because Stanley said she want a wellness check on you, Emmanuel.
But Emmanuel has a big heart.
Okay? Thank you for the super chat, Stanley. Go ahead, Emmanuel.
That's all. I'm very well.
We need a wellness check. You need a wellness check. First of all, they are not more successful than Stormi. That's not so. And I don't even know if they're more successful than Melody. Just because they have the Black Lounge, that you have an open business, that don't mean you more successful than the other person. I don't even know at this point, after I done heard the Fletchers and we ain't up to that scene yet, I don't even know if they more successful than the Fletchers.
They got scope.
9 years. They are Black excellence.
Come on.
They got scope.
You trolling tonight, Savannah? Your thoughts?
Well, let me tell you something. First of all, Stormi.
In my opinion, I got to let the other people in. Savannah, what are your thoughts?
I need to go back and make sure we're both watching the same show, because I'm not seeing what Manuel is seeing, but I'm gonna start with Kiki and Mel. I like that Kiki was able to dump all of that on Mel, and that Mel kind of held her accountable and said, "Hey, did you check on Tisha when she was going through her stuff with her man, with her husband?" And so you can't expect, someone to be there for you if you weren't there for them. It's and they're both family, so that relationship should have been stronger. For Tiffany, this is a case of be careful what you ask for. Tiffany's not a first time mom. She has your child is I believe her child is grown off to college or about to go off to college, and you chose to do it all over again. Big Lou told you that their lives were busy. He's off doing his coaching thing. You're off doing your entrepreneur businesswoman thing. But you kept pressuring to have another baby. Was it for a storyline, or you just wanted to be relevant? Get an assistant, a nanny. Call Anthony from Roa. See what he's doing. He likes to be involved in them. She just needs to get some self-care. Go get a facial, massage or something. This is not her first time being a mom. She knows how to, it's not like Krishan, where Krishan doesn't know what she's doing and what to expect. Tiffany knows. She just wants to be involved in too many things. So but I am kind of here for her relationship that she's building with Stormi. Stormi has not grew on me yet, but I like them two teaming up, being that nice, nasty duo, because I think them two against the Scott brothers are exactly what they need to put them in check, because both the Scott brothers have an issue with women in positions of power and leadership, because their women are not. So I'm kind of here for that friendship. But Tiffany got to watch her mouth. Tiffany has this mouth where you just want. I think it was that issue last week with Tyrese and the DJ Envy, where he says, I want to box your mouth. When I heard Tiffany, I immediately thought of that, where she's very slick with her words, and so she needs to be careful. She can't hide behind the pregnancy no more. You free game right now, and hey, someone's gonna throw hands on you sooner or later. Somebody's gonna get you, Tiffany, because you free now. You free game. And for Marsau and Tisha, he kept saying this fakeness, whatever. He kept saying, I think we'll put an island here. I was waiting for blueprints. I was waiting as a contractor, and I watch Egypt and her a lot of HGTV. That's kind of my vice. And Egypt and her husband, and how they communicate. And I see how they be laying stuff out and spraying spray paint on the floor. The island's gonna go here. The cabinets are gonna go here. Marcel didn't know where anything was going at. Had no clue of nothing. I was just like, what is this mess? And all this rent a center, renting furniture, but you want to buy an SUV. I'm just trying to figure this out. There ain't no love, no chemistry, no connection. He didn't touch her, kiss her, hug her, love her. I'm just trying to figure those two out and their fakeness. And I don't know. Bring Wanda back. I need Wanda back to get on his tail like big time. But yeah, and I wait for the second part because it was fire just as much as the first.
Yes. Sebastian, my screen shifted, but I'm gonna bounce back to you.
Skip me, and come back to me later when you do your last round. Thank you.
Okay.
I need to get a manual together.
Okay. Shan, you're up.
Damn, so much happened. I like that Mel seemed really supportive of Kiki, and I like how she was like, giving her good advice. Usually I don't really care for Mel that much, but I really enjoyed her in this scene, and I like how she was being neutral. She was like, "Oh, did you check on Tisha?" She seemed like the friend who's gonna tell you the truth, right or wrong. She's gonna be like, "But did you do this?" Hold you accountable, which was good. I hope Kiki's situation get worked out, but she seemed to have the right,
she got a lawyer.
Perspective and the right, mood and So this was my thing, right? The reason my commentary is not like hitting. So I was gonna watch the show because I'm tired of Carlos and his damn breaks, but I got really bored. So I started to watch because I was like, why am I waiting around for a show? Like, So I like wasn't gonna watch, but I'm like, why not? So I'm not really that interested in the show, but I love your panel, child. Okay.
Oh, thank you.
But Stormi. I like Stormi a lot. I feel like Stormi's a good friend. The way she asked Tiffany, she was okay. She helped her plan the thing. She gives good advice. Stormi seems genuine. Stormi seems like a friend you want to have. You know what I mean? And it all makes sense to me why Tiffany was being such like, a little like just mean-spirited and horrible last season. I feel like because she's unhappy with herself, right? Allegedly. And Tiffany, Stormi got her to open up a little bit about why, she may be feeling this way. But my thing is, where's your husband? You guys planned this, baby. So these men on the show, I feel like they just run amok and they just like, like where is he helping her in this? And she needs to hold him accountable. And it's like, you wanted to have a baby. Okay, good. But you need to, make sure everything's aligned. So, you can be okay. Because she doesn't really seem happy. You know what I mean? So I hope that get worked out. Marsau and Tisha. So Emmanuel has a big heart. He's going to see the good in people.
Oh.
But I don't know what Emmanuel's talking about today. I love you, cuz.
Love you, cousin.
But Tisha, people always say Tisha is dumb. And I'm really starting to see that. And I don't like to call people dumb, because there's levels to being smart. But this whole season, I was looking at her like, what? And the whole allowance thing, is that like a thing? Like, I've had an allowance since I was in middle school. Like, I understand you budgeting and everything. Budgeting is good. Living below your means, keeping track of what's coming in, what's going out. But it's like the whole allowance thing kind of confused me. And it's just,
I think they're just using that word where I guess they each have their budget of hers is $5,000 because she does everything for the household, the food, and the kids. And I guess his is $3,000 for whatever it is he wants to do. I don't know.
I feel like it was given that Marsau has all the control in the relationship, allegedly, and she has none, but she makes money too. I don't know. Their dynamic, like Royer said, they just don't make sense. Like, it's just a whole question mark around that relationship. I didn't see no flirting, no smiling. I see Tisha looking confused as ever. And the whole ABCDEFG house, like, shout out to you for having multiple houses, but it's just like when you explain it, it doesn't give what it needs to give. It's not like it's not like Monique. I have 4 homes. It's like, where do you live? You know what I mean? So we gonna pray for them.
Definitely on the prayer list for sure.
Yeah. Pass the collection plate.
Pass the collection plate. Dadon, what are your thoughts?
The reason I have a gas emoji is because this show is full of gaslighters. Every last person on this show is a gaslighter. And if we don't see it and call it for what it is, we are delusional.
Yeah.
I'm going to start with gaslighter number 1, Melody, and gaslight number 2, Kiki.
Let me sit up.
You're sitting here having this conversation after the OWN network has clearly put your face on the TV, associated it with you. You have been on the news. They have associated your name with a $1,000 reward, and you're telling the people that you can't talk about it. That's absolutely ignorant and dumb. Yeah, your lawyers may have told you to shut up, but lady, our eyes don't lie. I mean, Donald Trump can fool his people and say, don't believe what you see and what you hear. But we saw you on the TV. You saw yourself on the TV with Crime Stoppers.
Right.
And if your stupid husband ain't tell you that was you, then you got more problems than, you know, being on Crime Stoppers, offering a $1,000 reward. Because if I was your cousin, I would have turned you in.
Oh, damn.
Give me the money.
Ooh.
And Melody, and like Roy said, she feeding it now. She patting her on the back now to set her up and stab her in the back later.
Oh my gosh.
It's a habit.
Oh my.
Let's not act like we haven't seen it before, people.
Ooh.
Come on.
You know what the dog?
I was being optimistic. Okay.
I'm gonna say this. I feel like they all, like they made a pact, because right off the bat, Melody didn't feed into Tiffany when Tiffany brought it up. And everybody else was like innocent until proven guilty. I was like, okay, when did all of them get so sensitive to Kiki?
Exactly. All of a sudden.
All of a sudden. Yeah. Right. I didn't catch that. I thought it was weird.
Now, people don't like the scene with Stormi and Tiffany. I would rather have somebody cuss me out in my face than stab me in my back.
Okay.
And that's exactly how these two are. They let you know what they think and how they feel to your face.
I see what you're saying. Okay.
If the people can't take it, then you need to move your sensitive behind in another friend group.
Ooh.
See, they're so used to talking about each other behind their backs that they're not used to upfront and honest people saying it to their face. That means you are weak-willed.
Good gosh.
Say it to my face how you feel. Don't wait till you get with another person and another person and say how you truly feel. But when you get to me, you kissing my butt.
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
I don't like that. I want a friend to say it to my face. That way I know where to put you.
Oh, damn.
I know how to handle you.
Right. Right.
This group is so used to kissing butt in front of their face and then going behind each other back and dogging the hell out of each other.
Right.
No wonder everybody jacked up. Because ain't nobody honest with each other. Tell the people how you feel to your face. That's why people can't take Tiffany mouth. That's why people can't take Stormi mouth. Because they're both honest to the face. Now, this man, if a man's not working, then he ain't a provider.
Right.
But if he at home 24/7 and ain't working but 20 hours a week, then he need to get out and get a job. So what do you want? Do you want the man to go and work and provide? Or do you want him to stay at home and wipe your butt while you wipe the baby butt? If it's that hard for you, Tiffany, hire a nanny. Get your mom to come down. Get his mom to come down. The fact that you haven't had this conversation with anybody is a problem. There is FaceTime. There's text messages. Your husband can answer the phone. I'm pretty sure he's not gone Sunday through Saturday. If you haven't found time to have this conversation with the time that he was there, there's a problem with the marriage that was there before the baby came.
Yeah.
And this party that she was throwing,
right?
They should have hired Stormi, because Stormi's corner was better set up than this entire party was.
You better talk about it. That's facts. You better talk about it.
The balloons weren't blown up. She only had waffles. It looks like they went to Sam's Club and Costco to try to get food that they were trying to warm up at the last minute to put in the microwave in the George Foreman grill. I'm like, what's happening here? At least Sheree can throw a party. She may not pay the people, but she gonna throw it. It's gonna look good.
Yeah, she will. You better shut it. She shut the building down. She will shut the building down with her parties. Yes, she will.
Still owe you, but she'll shut it down.
Right. She gonna shut it down. She gonna actually pay in WIC and food stamps, but it's gonna look good.
Not WIC and food stamps. I cannot.
It's gonna be color coordinated. And did you hear Melody tell her, I see you didn't order the dress? So she couldn't even order the dress. Melody tried to have you looking cute at your event. But I was shocked. Melody walked in there with a sweatsuit on. She must have knew it wasn't really going to be nothing.
Exactly. She knew what it was.
It's Tiffany. When is it ever anything?
Don't do that.
Y'all shaded tonight.
Well, the Don told us to tell the truth and speak the truth, so I'm just speaking the truth. I mean,
there you go, Roy.
Oh my goodness. Dustin, your thoughts? Are you there, Dustin? All right, I'm about to move on to the next.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Okay, go ahead, Sebastian.
Okay. This show that comes on at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Central, 6 Mountain, and 5 Pacific.
Here we go.
That we see every night on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Is when I see Tisha and Marsau.
Can you hear me, Diva?
Tisha is a woman who has a bachelor's and 2 master's degree, an MBA and a master's in real estate development. But I remember my first freshman class in college. My advisor said that you can get a bachelor's with just a 2.0 GPA, a master's with a 3.0, and a doctorate has to be a 4.0. Tisha showed me the way she stands on this show that yes, a dumb person can get a degree. That is a fact. Yes. For you to
or they can
stand
just
there,
give them away, i.e. Melody. But moving on.
Oh God.
The
Yes. A dumb
shady
person
train.
can get a degree.
Oh, good
When
God.
you are going to rent furniture, you are not even investing. That is not going to be your furniture. You can't resell it. And God forbid you go into financial issues, they're going to come snatch it up at your house. Well, actually, no, you may go to collections. I just said that. But you may go to collections, not snatch.
No, they all gonna come get it. Tell your kids and everything, get up off the couch. We taking this back.
Look,
but this
especially if it's Rent-A-Center.
This is the most disrespectful thing. This is the most disgusting thing I see on national television. When these people, and I like when Emmanuel said a multi-million-dollar company. Of course, it would be multi-million-dollars now because it's been over a couple of years. Obviously, when she sat there and said, "Oh, we got the company when it was in the negatives," of course it was going to be in the negatives because it was brand new. All companies start in the negatives, but clearly you have an MBA, you should know that, but clearly you didn't. So that basically tells me you probably just sat through. Mel is just being an operator. She's using Kiki, okay? Mel is using Kiki, and it needs to be said.
Yep.
She's using Kiki to get back at Tisha in the same way that she's done multiple times. Mel is a manipulative viper.
Oh my God.
Ooh.
It needs to be said. And I don't care how the Mellometers feel, but that's exactly how Mel is, because she's already done manipulated the whole United States and the international community that watches this show.
Not the whole United States.
I am tired of this. What comes on my screen at Saturday, it annoys me. It annoys me. As I said, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the dumb stuff come on my screen on the OWN network. This is not okay. This is not okay. Tiffany and Stormi, I like Tiffany, and I'm starting to like Stormi. Stormi came on this show so ghetto, but like I feel like she's evolved after hearing how people called her ghetto so many times. So I really like her now. Tiffany, this whole single mother, this thing that you're trying to push that you're a single mother, whatever. Listen, let me tell you something. You are complaining about first world issues. You have FaceTime. It's not like you won't see your husband. It's not like he's not contributing. First world issues. Tiffany needs to sit down on that situation. I like her. She was nice when she came on here. But you know what? When she first came on the show, I thought she was just Mel's lapdog. But clearly, she's made it away for herself. And that's it.
Thank you, Sebastian. Dustin, you're up.
And stop confusing me with Emmanuel, guys. Me and Emmanuel are two different people.
Did you hear me, Diva?
Yes, we can hear you, Dustin. We can hear you. Go ahead.
I just want letting Diva finish her laughing before I go.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say that this season, and you already know how I feel, but I'm gonna re-say it again. This season has really got me in an uproar.
Oh.
And the reason why, Diva, I love the show, but I don't love the way that he's doing his programming this season. I don't love the way that he's doing his programming on OWN. Just like we had a talk several weeks ago when I was on vacation, and I don't like the way that they're doing. They're breaking up their seasons because they're breaking up their seasons. They're doing one half the other. I don't like that. Now,
yeah, me either. It's stupid.
I'm kind of losing it. I still love the show, but just because of that, David, I feel like I have lost the point where I was at before. I'm kind of confused now because I feel like that we're in a whole other season, even though I know it's not, because they took a break. Now, usually the way I do shows, all the shows that I watch, either on Bravo, on OWN, except for OWN, the rest of them go through the whole season and then they end for like a couple months. Now, I don't like that way that they're doing it with OWN. I like it when they start the season and then they end the season when the episodes are over. I don't like it when they cut the season in half.
Right. Yeah, I know. I don't think none of us like it. And you know what? We gotta have a chat with Carlos King. Got to get up in his DMs.
Well, not Carlos King's part of it, but you got to remember who's in charge of OWN Network. It's Discovery.
Okay.
It's Discovery, the one that's in charge of the OWN Network. It's not. I wouldn't put it all on Carlos King. I know he's a big part of it because he made the show, but whoever we need to have a conversation with, because I'm not happy with it.
I hear you. Thank you, Justin.
Now, on the other hand, I love the show, but I feel bad for the people on the show because I think they get talking about one thing, and then they jump from the other half to the other half, and it confuses me where we're at. It confuses me to a certain degree. So that's just the way that I feel.
I appreciate you, Dustin. I hear you. I think a lot of us kind of feel that way too. Let me just share the screen for a minute and let's just go down memory lane, and then I'm gonna talk about the last 3 scenes. But I do think Carlos, he could say a little something. Now listen, let's see what happened here at the crime stop.
For our children, right?
Oh, you so petty.
Because this is what not to do. Argina Benitez has tonight's Crime Stoppers Crime of the Week.
This is so wrong.
A grown woman using a child to do her dirty work. That's exactly what Huntsville police say happened last month at a local home improvement store. And authorities are hoping you can help them bring that woman to justice.
Huntsville police are looking for this woman. They say last month she walked into the Home Depot off the Parkway and started putting items into her purse. Investigators say she also gave a door lock to the young child she was with. When she went to leave, loss prevention stopped her and she pulled out the stuff from inside her purse. But police say she told the child to keep the lock and then the two left. She was in such a rush, she almost hit 2 cars on her way out. All of that according to authorities. Now, if you recognize her, call police.
All right. I mean,
hey, Diva,
yeah.
Diva, quick question. Is this why the house ain't built yet? Because she ain't still enough material?
Can I say something?
Yes, Justin, yes.
Why would they allow somebody like that to be on a show?
Well, because you know what they do in reality TV. Right, let's give them that. They doing reality TV, and in reality, if I'm on the show and I'm allegedly a thief, they're gonna show it. They got people that done worse. We got the Judaizers over there that went to jail, and they still over there on the TV.
And Jen Shah gonna come back too.
Yeah, we got plenty. You know, they had worse. Yeah, listen. She was accused of petty theft. Then we got hardcore criminals up on these reality shows.
But wait a minute, David.
They
just said Sebastian just said that Jen Shah's gonna come back. Jen Shah's come back?
We don't know. She got a whole lot of years to do. But let me. Okay, so go ahead.
Jen Shah's she's in prison still, right?
Yes.
Okay. They reduced her sentence actually.
Really?
When?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, listen, we're getting off the track. Let me get the train back on the track. 1 minute. I got 3 more scenes to go through here. So let's go through this next scene, all right? Shout out to the Fletchers. Okay, the Fletchers, they met up with the Scotts and they want to know why they were not a part of the Black Expo and their Black excellence. And they said they the Black power couple of Huntsville because they 29 years strong.
Oh.
They want to know why wasn't they a part of the Black Expo and why they didn't get their own personal invite. Okay? Because Miss Nell said she had a daycare for 29 years. You better give it up for Miss Nell taking care of the kids. Come on now. Taking care of the kids for 29 years. Okay? And she ain't go to jail or nothing. And them kids are all alive. They adults now. Shout out to Miss Nell. And Marsau is so rude. So nasty. He gonna sit at that table talking about, oh, I just thought you was Chris' pretty wife. Even Chris looked at him like, okay. Said he got, come on now, kudos, right? He said, he got his whole business. They want to know why they wasn't a part of the Black Expo. And let me tell you something, Nell is a good friend too. Cause she said, so don't do Nell like that. Don't do them like that. Don't do the hosts like that. You know they got a whole business. Okay. Yeah, 29 years in the game. Okay. So, so he's and then he wanted to try to shade Melody on the t-shirts, but yet your wife over there and you selling t-shirts that say Black. And your wife trying to sell the mugs. So everybody gets down with the merch. So don't be getting on to Melody. And Melody says she put mad checks in their bank. Okay, she responsible for them getting a whole lot of money, and you gonna be disrespectful to her. Just trying to say he's so rude, he's so messy, and he talking about next time they get a invite or whatever the case may be. But the Fletchers, they ready. They was sitting on ready. You know what? And give it up to them because they patiently waited for their time to be a part of this Love and Marriage Huntsville. Because they've been around for a long time, and they would do a little scene here and there. And they waited around long enough. He is a clown. They waited around long enough so they could be a part of the permanent cast, and I'm gonna give it to them. Okay. So then you got Tiffany's event. I never saw the baby. I did not see the baby coming to the event, and even when they showed the upcoming scenes for next week, maybe they just didn't show it to us. Maybe they're gonna be a continuation of this event, and we're gonna see Baby Ace. I didn't see Baby Ace at the event yet. And if I had to rate this event from what I saw so far out of a 1 to 10, I guess I'm going to give it a 2.5. And I know she said up front she didn't have to decorate it much, but you know what? The party planner gets an F straight up. Party planner gets an F. I'm coming in there and I got to work my own event. The only reason why the event looked half decent is because the place was a nice looking place. Other than that, I don't know. I didn't see no decorations. With you sticking a Tiffany box on the middle of the table, that's the decoration. That's the centerpiece. I wasn't feeling this event. No. Kimmy walked in. She was ready to give Kimmy gloves to help out. You invited Keke, I think, just because you wanted to have some people at the event. Because 1 minute you saying Keke was bad for your brand. Next minute you saying you invited Keke because you got to let everything go. And ever since you had a baby, you let stuff go. Tiff, we're listening to you and you contradicting yourself. And I want to really like you. But I'm gonna need you to reel it in, pull it together, and pick a side and figure out what you want to say and not say. You and Tisha don't get along, but you want her to come see your baby? You want that energy around your baby? I wouldn't. You don't like me. You darn sure ain't gonna like my baby, and I don't want you holding, kissing, or breathing over my baby. And this whole thing should be about a prayer too. I don't want not my baby. You don't even like me. And then so now Nell is a bone collector. Cause she pulls Melody to the side at the event to tell her about the luncheon. Come on, right? No negative energy around my baby. She pulls her around the side to talk about, her what happened at the luncheon they had. And she let Melody know. Dustin, you gotta unmute yourself. She let Melody know that she said the Marsau was talking about you. And Melanie lost her mind, and I would have too. Why he worried about my coins? Why he always talking about me? Why is he always being so messy? Like Stormy husband said, why he always in the ladies' business? Marsau need to get his life together. He's very disrespectful because what he said to Nell at that lunch was disrespectful. Very disrespectful. So that's the final scene. Roy, what are your thoughts?
Name Diva?
Yes, Dustin?
Did you say my name?
Not yet.
Okay, I'm sorry.
You're okay. Go ahead, Roy.
So the Fletchers and the Stouts, Lord Jesus, Scott's meeting. What a scene. That is how you do reality TV as a couple. The Fletchers came in. They were late, but fashionably late. Mama came walking down the runway with her husband. And she said, I want explanations today. Hopefully we get some answers. I think the answers were BS, as so did Nell. I thought it was very disrespectful for Marsau to be wanted to be respected as a businessman, but you can't respect this business couple who have been, well, let me just speak on Miss Nell, because from my understanding, this is really Miss Nell's daycare. So you can't respect a woman who has been in business for 29 years. Do you know how much calamity has happened in our society financially in 29 years? She has survived a pandemic. She has survived a recession. She has survived, so much other stuff in 29 years. And you couldn't give her the decency and the respect to acknowledge her 29 years, even if you didn't know about him like you said you did. The way you just kind of blew it out to, I thought you was just, his wife. Like, how dare you? How dare you? After you, first of all, when y'all came on the show and your wife was complaining about you acknowledging her as just a wife, even though she plays so many other roles. So for you to continue to diminish women in this manner, it's disgusting, it's problematic, and I'm calling for your job because your problems, you're the one you're the problem with our society. Men like you who think that they're so powerful and superior over everybody, and y'all know it all when you the dumbest ones out here, just like Trump, in a lawsuit every other day. Help us understand. I don't understand. But you're so smart. You opening up all these businesses, but you don't see nobody else. I can't get with the putting down others to try to make yourself look big. See, you try to be big when little got you already. On to, sorry, did you?
You're going to continue, Roya, but let me say this. Somebody reminded me. And Tisha, the reason why she was asking about the infidelity is because, like Nell hit the nail on the head when she said she really needs to have a conversation with her husband, but she's afraid to. But continue on, Roya.
Yeah, she don't want to have the conversation that's already been had, but it just hasn't been had out loud. And that's why Marsau was trying to get her to shut up, because y'all had already had those conversations and you just don't want it to be out there. We know what it is. It's okay. We already know. So we just gonna leave it be. We gonna leave it be. On to Tiffany in this baby shower. See, that's the thing. Now, I was with the Don, pretty much with what he said, except for the fact of Tiffany being real. Because the only time Tiffany is brought to the floor is when somebody else brings out what she said. AKA when we were talking about Monster smoking. That only came out because it was mentioned to Kimmy that you were talking about it. It only came out about Tisha and her because Stormi went back and told Tisha what you were saying about her. So it only comes out when it's brought to the forefront. But you run around talking behind everybody's back just like everybody else does. So that I will not give you a pass for. Then on top of that, you're going to be talking about people, but you don't even have your event together when you already give the bare minimum to the show anyways. And then this is what you present to us.
Oh my.
It's not, I'm not here for it. I'm not here for it. I'm not here for it. People got to come in and help you after you have asked us to come and celebrate your baby.
Oh my God.
Sorry, the party planner. The party planner ain't done no planning for the party. I was just confused. I was lost. Where was you? Did you not have a kind of ETA on what was going on? Did you not get an update? Were you not asked, hey, is everything good? Do I need to do any? I'm confused on how you showed up and nothing was together. And it was blamed on the weather. Unacceptable.
That part.
Now, my last part, when it comes to Miss Nell and Mel, now, I was a little confused on this conversation, Diva, because was Nell expressing that Tisha and Marsau was saying that she wasn't a part of the event because of her relationship with Melody? Is that what we were getting at?
It was a mixture of all of the above, right? So it was a mixture of that, and also saying that Mel wasn't a part of the event because Mel didn't want to pay money to be a part of it. She dropped down on the whole conversation that they had because Marsau was all over the place at that luncheon, and especially when he started talking about Mel. But like Mel said, he didn't because they wasn't friends. Like he's saying because she's friends with Melody and they wasn't really getting along with her. But like Melody said, but he allowed you at all his other events and you was my friend then. So yeah, he's just so messy.
It was so messy to me. It was so girly. It was given what boys do in the barbershop, gossip like little girls, and run around and tell their wives and tell everybody what's going on. Men are way more messier than women. It's disgusting to me. But anyways, and this was what I was also confused about too, Diva. Now, y'all correct me if I'm wrong as well. Now, like Dustin was saying, because they break up the seasons, I get a little confused. But I recall, I believe it was just last season, that we were all sitting at the table and we had an agreement that we weren't going to talk about family. We weren't going to talk about each other. We was going to keep the peace. I believe it was Marsau and Tisha and Mel. And I want to say the other Scots were there. And I want to say Martell was there as well. Am I correct?
I'm remembering that. Okay, come on. Now you talking.
So, Marsau, and you was the main one because Marsau, remember, he wanted to meet with Melody because of some mess that was going down with the. So I'm confused on how you turned your bitch shit. Excuse me, how you turned your female ways on real quick after you just talked about, we want to be mutual. We don't want to have no drama. We good on this. We good on this. But then you gonna turn around and degrade yet another woman.
That part
in Miss Fletcher's face and degraded her just to be a wife to a man.
Yeah,
it's
his pretty wife. His pretty wife.
It's intolerable. And like I say it again, we calling for your job because you are the problem with men in America.
Yeah, and he on a regular basis, he's always downplaying. Listen, say what you want about Mel, but at the end of the day, she's a businesswoman. And they would have never even looked for sponsors for that Black Expo until Mel said something. They did not have that Black Expo remotely together before Mel said something. And you could tell because, first of all, for you not to have people's spaces mapped out telling them that it was, and if you wanted this $100, everybody should have had a contract and known about it way before. And then you charge some people and didn't charge others. That's so messy. So messy.
Somebody call Courtney.
That part. Courtney did the darn thing, though. In my opinion, your thoughts?
Oh, okay. I'm gonna start with the party first because that's the easiest one to get to.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. First of all, that was not a party. That party planner should not have gotten paid. Um, I think she could have did a better job herself. Like I really don't understand this. Like it made no sense. Tiffany, I don't understand. If you ain't have the funds for it, you should not have put it together. I just don't see what you paid for because yeah, it wasn't making no sense. Um, I'll give Neil all the credit with these Fletchers, okay? But Chris, I won't give him anything, okay? Because Chris is disgusting. He's a pig. I can't stand him, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Chris is the lowest of the low. He likes to prey on young girls, and I don't like that. He cheated so many times.
Fletcher?
Yes.
Really?
Yes, he slept with a 16-year-old, and because the legal age of consent here is 16, he got away with it. Her parents tried to file a lawsuit. So yes, Chris gets no love from me. Neil, you should have been left him. He done cheated on you so many times. But this is what goes on the oppressed woman's network. Baby, I'm gonna pray for y'all because y'all is working overtime for these sorry men that y'all date. And that's all I got to say.
Oh, whoa. I didn't. Yeah. Oh my God. Oh, Chris. Okay. I'm going to carry on, Emmanuel.
Oh, I'm a little shocked by that information.
Yeah.
I did not know that. I was about to say I was nosy. I wanted them to talk about what happened with their infidelity because he didn't get to, but that okay. Anyways,
Well, hold on, Emmanuel. I'll come back. Miss Wilson, she sure did. I felt she did too. The party planner had an attitude. She sure did.
I was gonna say that. Yeah.
Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
Well, first let me talk about the dinner because I'm not even gonna try to defend Marsau. That was very disrespectful. Very degrading. That was not cool at all.
Mm-hmm.
I will give them credit to Marsau and Tisha for having the ability to kind of control the narrative, even if it is BS. They have a good way of like answering questions, and even if they do leave you like thinking what, at least they're quick on their feet and they know what to say. So I'll give them credit on that. And I'll give credit to Miss Nell and Chris for being real G's. That's how you defend your friends. So credit to them. The party, I also caught that when Tiffany walked in and said, "Oh, like what's going on?" The lady was like, she had some attitude. The party planner, she was like, "It was raining." I caught that. But yeah, that place looked like it was not ready. That was a horrible job, and that lady needs to be fired. I would have. Okay, here's the thing. Did anybody see what Mel was wearing? I would be really mad if somebody came to my party wearing sweatpants.
I would too.
Right? But, like I saw that, I was like, everyone's wearing dresses and she's wearing a sweatsuit.
Yeah, I didn't get that unless she knew it wasn't really gonna be nothing anyway.
Right.
And it wasn't.
Well, Stormi, she keep talking about these $100. Did it really hurt her that much? Like she is beating this dead horse. Like we get it. And every chance she gets, she's got to talk about the $100.
You want to know what's funny though? Her and Mel, like Mel says she didn't talk to her. Mel said she didn't talk to her when she walked in. But you notice when they start to have that conversation, and Mel said, "Who? What happened?" She didn't. Stormi start talking to her then.
Mm-hmm.
Well, go ahead.
And then that conversation that Nell and Mel had. Mm-hmm. So I kind of, in a way, I understand kind of what Marsau and Tisha were trying to say. Maybe it's not necessarily that they don't want to associate themselves with the Fletchers because they're friends with Mel, but it's no secret that they haven't really they're not really friends with Mel. So why even muddy the waters, if that makes sense? I kind of understood it that way, and in that sense, it makes total sense why they didn't want to, mess with them that way. Mel, okay, I kind of have like a love-hate relationship with Mel. Like at times I really like her, but then at times I'm like she's tripping because she wants to claim that she made them all famous. She is such a star. Well, you've been divorced from Martell. You clearly don't like to be in his presence. Why haven't you left and done your own show? You're still here with them. So stop with that. And she want to talk about these men and the way that they want to
Speak.
denigrate women and whatever. I'm being very serious when I say this. Why is it always that is a women thing with Mel, but it's perfectly okay to drag Tisha? This is what I don't like about Mel, because she and her fans, which a lot of her fans, I guess they kind of see themselves in Mel in a way, so they kind of like it's some sort of projection going. And I understand, they kind of connect with her and what she's gone through, but they like to drag Tisha. So where's the women's stuff now?
You know what I found overall, Emmanuel? I found that, fans, the way they are not just isolated to Mel. This is just in general. When people like a entertainer or a personality, that personality could probably stab 50 people and they would still defend that personality. It's the weirdest thing to me.
You can't say nothing bad about Dr. Heavenly to me, okay? You cannot. I will not take it.
But it's so because with the whole Nicki Minaj and what is her name?
Cardi
B situation. It's just like, I mean, come on now. I mean, I have the ability, I could call a thing, regardless of how I feel about the person or not. Like, I'm not so blinded where the person will do something crazy and I'm gonna still be like, nah, they didn't, they didn't see what you see. Like, I can do that, right? And you can call somebody for a thing that they did and still like them. But I almost feel like these people with these personalities, they feel like just if they actually acknowledge that someone they like did something wrong, that means like you can't like them anymore. You can still like them, but you can acknowledge that they just wrong, right? So I think it's not just isolated to Melanie and her fans. I think it's just these people with these personalities, period. And it's insanity to me. It's insanity to me. It's just pure insanity. So, like yourself, I go back and forth with Melanie. One minute I really like who is she? And then the next minute I'm starting to like her character again. I will say this: what I think she's doing this season, I think she's in recovery mode. And that's what I'm seeing so far. Don't mean it's going to be seen every episode of this particular season, but I think she's in recovery mode, right? And I do think that all of them, for whatever given reason, they decided to just back Kiki. And I don't know if they felt like once Kiki came on the show, their numbers started to swing in a certain way, right? Because before Kiki got on there, good, bad, or indifferent, it was just too much of the same. And I'm not saying that, what Kiki is bringing, because I think in a personal space, Kiki, this reality TV is not helping her, because for whatever reason, she didn't want to go into inpatient rehab. And I'm thinking because in inpatient rehab, she would have had to stop filming the show. So these are just thoughts in my head, right? I'm not saying it's facts. So my thing is, she is just, it's almost like when they already know, just like that Shannon from Orange County. To me, she needs to sit down now somewhere and go to rehab. And she shouldn't film the show whenever they come filming again if she's not ready. It's like when you know somebody is in bad space and you still filming them anyway, that's not being responsible. Just like when they had brought Katie back on Potomac for a minute, right? Yeah. She wasn't ready. That last season, Katie came back on Potomac. She wasn't ready at all. She wasn't ready at all. She was in a very, very bad space. So I think with reality TV, and I think with anything, everybody is about the money. And it's about ratings for them. And right now, Kiki is helping bring in the ratings. I'm not saying she's the end all be all, but she's helping. She's helping the Crime Stoppers. She about to get messy and throw a drink up in Tisha's face. The husband's going to get a little spicy too. So they always have a cycle, and the only reason why they may stop, and take somebody out of that cycle if the fans go out of their mind, like they did with Miss Wanda. So I don't know, but did you finish your thoughts?
Yeah, I agree with everything you said, and I think it takes a certain amount of maturity when you're watching these shows to understand what's going on. And with Melody, I really think that, and Lord forgive me if I'm wrong, but I really think that she's going to put a battery in Kiki's back, and that's why Kiki's going to be doing all this, throwing the drinks, talking about the threesomes and stuff. That's just my opinion. I think she's using her. So we'll see.
I missed that, but I can connect with that. I did miss that. I missed that because I was like, it is weird to me that all of them just seem to, innocent until proven guilty. Since when did y'all just subscribe to that thought process?
Right. And remember what she said last episode. She said, Melody said, you can't believe everything you see on the television.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm like, when did y'all subscribe to all of this? Goodness. Now we're gonna give it a break when it comes to Kiki. That's interesting. So we'll see. So Gwendolyn said people will stand 10 toes down for people they do not know, or that the person does not know they exist, and they will never be in their tight circle, but they will not stand 10 toes down for God. Child, listen. I could love him all the way down, and I'll call the thing a thing. Savannah, your thoughts?
Oh boy. So I don't know why these people have such a hard time getting an event together from start to finish. They seem to not get the concepts of doing a rehearsal or having an agenda or going over even the minute details with your party planner. When she walked in, she was just as surprised as a regular guest. Not a balloon, not a streamer, not to the point where she had to put on an apron. We would, the next day, myself and the party planner, we would be discussing on some discounts, and we taking this off the bill and that off the bill, and even something as simple as a gender reveal. There was a budget. There should have been, the tables at least should have been set up the night before with the linen and just things. I've watched enough Say Yes to the Dress and David Tutera to know there's a protocol that goes with setting these things up, no matter how big or small these events are. And I don't understand why this cast has an issue. I don't see it on any other shows, but on this particular show, they can't seem to get even a backyard barbecue together, from what I've seen on some of the upcoming cuts. For the Fletchers, I'm glad, in my opinion, said it, because I do like Nell. I'm side-eyeing Chris a little bit. I don't know anything about him, but I do. He gives me that vibe because he's in that male group, and so he does give me that vibe that he has played around on Miss Nell before. But Marsau missed me with the BS that you didn't know who they were or what they do. You take any opportunity you can to diminish a woman, especially a minority woman, a successful woman, to let them know. And she's been in the community for almost 30 years, raising children in that community, from babies to now adults. Telling me, and in a small town like Huntsville, names of families that are staples in that community. So you're going to tell me you don't know who the Fletchers were? So miss me with the BS and all that bogus that you didn't know who she was or what she does in the community. So I didn't buy that mess there. I need Tisha to lift her face off the plate, because she was in that plate and then she did not want to engage in the conversation whatsoever. She was just going in. And I really needed her to engage with the conversation and check her husband as he was speaking ill about, no matter how you feel about how we feel about Mel and Martell. If I recall, because I did start watching the show from season 1, they started with a landscaping business, and from there they built on what they are now. They're separate, but they did start businesses way back then. For him to try to diminish and not what the Holtz built in that community also was a bunch of BS, and he should have been checked by Tisha, because Mel did put them on. So that was also Mel. That was also messed by Marsau. It seems like anyone that has some type of bank, whether it's Mel and Martell, Stormi or Courtney, or even the Fletchers, Marsau, they seem to be on an economic level that Marsau and Tisha strive to be, would love to be at, or fake the funk to be. And they're constantly taking digs at that economic level of success in the community. And that's what I caught from that scene there. You're just fake, phony. And I think Tisha bringing up that comment about dealing with infidelity in marriages, I really think she's asking for help. She's asking for to have a conversation with, especially another woman. And I think that's what she's doing. And for him to shut her down, as he always does, and try to change the conversation, he diminished her feelings and her questions, like he always does. And it wasn't inappropriate for her to ask, maybe not the right time. I think it should have been just a conversation with her and Mel. But I'm glad that Mel is on the show. I think it's much needed. So I hope those two can form the friendship, and I'm glad she did go back and let Melanie know that she was a topic of discussion at that dinner, and let her know exactly what Marsau said, because I've always thought he had a crush on Melanie in the beginning of this show. He always had this little thing for Melanie. And because even Tisha felt that at some point, she felt a little bit of jealousy to Melanie, because Marsau, because I remember Tisha even checked Marsau, did you go check up on her, or did he go stop by Melanie's house or something? So I remember that conversation.
Campaign or whatever they was promoting at the time.
Absolutely. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So I think that's what's going on. He's hurt. He got some little hurt feelings that feel how you feel about Melanie. I'm also indifferent about this honorary thing that she just received. Okay, kudos. But she's a hustler. She's more than just t-shirts. She's doing. So I'm gonna respect her game, and I wasn't a fan, but I do respect her as a businesswoman and as a hustler.
100%. And yeah, I thought this was even disrespectful too. Remember, he said, "Where are they now?" Whew. He said that about Melody and Martell, like in terms of business or whatever, at the dinner with the Fletchers. Yeah, he's messy. He's real messy, and I thought it was mad disrespectful. Sebastian, your thoughts?
The audacity of him to negate the value of Miss Fletcher's institution. It's just very disrespectful. It's very disrespectful. I don't like Mr. Fletcher. I have a weird feeling around him, but the fact that, in my opinion, said what she said, I think it's true. And Melody is definitely, in my opinion, pushing Kiki to these limits. 100%. I believe that. I believe that 100%. That she's the one putting this battery on Kiki's back, thinking that she's all this, all that, which allows her to do all this nonsense. I'm tired of Melody complaining about the men on this show. You could have left a long time ago. You still haven't left, but you're benefiting from the advertising of you being there, and your millimeters, buying your products, and etc., going to your engagements. So that's why you're still there. But if you don't want to be part of the show, if you don't want to be constantly having to orate that the men on the show are problematic and everything, well, then just leave. Leave. I will not have to see you at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on my screen on Saturday nights anymore. Then just leave. This event, obviously, Tiffany gets an F, an F, an F. There was no effort, nothing. Melody should have been kicked out because there's no way in hell you're coming with sweatpants on. No. I don't care
I'm
if
actually kind of shocked to see it like that too.
I don't care if the event was low budget or whatever. You're not coming to this type of event with sweatpants on. Absolutely not. She needs to go. She needs to go. Tiffany needs to hire a good party planner, not these babe ones. You need to get yourself a good party planner. There are a bunch of young college kids who would love to do this, who specialize in this. Find them. And that's it. This show is getting on my nerves every Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern. It really is. It's getting on my nerves at times.
Thank you, Sebastian. Dustin, your thoughts?
I don't have very much to say, Diva. I said what I thought about Meredith, and I think that this show needs to be revamped, and something needs to be done, because I don't think I'm going to be lasting another season if they keep going on like this.
Thank you, Dustin. I'm coming to you. Give me a minute. Sandy, thank you for the super chat. Now, if someone asks him, where is he now? Oh, that's right, an apartment. He would be mad. He would be pissed. I thought that was really, really disrespectful. And you cannot not like somebody and still acknowledge, what they do in their hustle. Also, this is just in general. It's not just the Melody. What do those honorary degrees really mean? And what can you do with it? I don't know. Dadon, what are your thoughts?
So Martell can't sell his wine, can't sell his books. That's a little business. But T-shirts, everything else is big business. I got it.
Exactly.
Don't ask me a question that you don't want my honest answer to. And that's what I disagree with 99% of what Marsau says on this show. But don't ask me a question that you don't want to answer to. She sits there and says, and I'm going to go back and forth between these scenes, that she doesn't want to sit on the stage with someone who has a lawsuit going on, who has a small company. Like Sebastian just said, why are you there? This is the whole Nene Leakes syndrome all over again. You are too big for the show. You think you are. You all are asking, why did she show up in a sweatsuit? Because she is too big for the show. It's not because she didn't know the dress code in the comments. She thinks she's too good for everything and everybody on this show, unless you're kissing in between her crack.
I'm following you now. Okay, I didn't catch that, but I'm connected.
Y'all have to get it right. Get it together, people.
Yeah.
You can love who you love, but if you're not gonna call, like Diva said, call a thing a thing. Marsau sat there and gaslit his wife. No, we're not going to talk about that. We're going to call a timeout, because he knew she was about to go into some deep stuff that we haven't heard yet.
Yep.
He was just live on his Instagram saying that the show was edited. Boy, this show is edited. The show is not edited. They can't edit what you don't say, bro.
Right.
Your wife, I want to believe she's smarter than what she is. But sometimes I just like, how did you matriculate? where they just giving out these grades because this man can say anything to you and you just sit there and just take it. I don't understand. I don't understand. The gaslighting is real. And this they could have had this this baby whatever it was, sip and see at Martell's rented house.
Child. She could have had it in her backyard.
Right. They could have had it on the deck somewhere. And lit the grill and saved some money.
That part.
Because this was a travesty to be on a network television and y'all sitting in a corner.
I agree with you wholeheartedly. What I couldn't understand is I thought it was a restaurant. So how was you bringing the outside food? It was a mess.
Yeah, I'm just like,
it looks more like a coffee shop.
Yeah, everybody ordered a 4 for $4 and sat down in the corner and was eating. And, you know, I'm just like, what's really happening here? And then that conversation between Mel and, what's her name?
Nell.
I'm sitting here like, okay, lady, now I liked you. I liked you a few minutes ago. But this is the reason why Tisha said we don't mix friends with Melody. This is the reason, because I can't tell you nothing. Whatever I tell you, you're going to run back and tell her. So if we were to become really good friends and I divulge some information to you that I want to keep between me and you, you're going to run back and tell her. You've already laid your cards on the table. So why should we become friends now? No, I'm gonna keep you at an arm distance. And she was right for telling her that. Now they should get respect from Marsau, because having a daycare center, and I don't know, I don't live in Huntsville, that as far as we know, hasn't had any allegations in 30 years. First of all, daycare is a hard business to be in. You have Child Protective Services in and out making surprise visits, and she's been in business for 30 years. That's commendable.
Yeah, well, and can I tell you, the insurance policy is sick.
Exactly. That's commendable. And to deal with some of these bad kids and you ain't hit them. Listen, she's doing something right. So honor her with her business arguments. She's not just a wife.
Right.
Like she said, she's a business. And I didn't know that until she said it, because I never heard it on the show.
Yeah.
But honor that. You live down there, bro. Marcel, you knew that. You knew you playing dumb. But once again, you're gaslighting. And you want everybody to believe it. But I think this couple is planted on this show to stir up some stuff between them and Keke. It's going to be some slow singing and flower bringing. This part 2 of season 23.
Shan, did I skip you?
You did.
I'm sorry, but my screen.
No, it's okay.
Yep.
So I was gonna I'm in the gym, so it's like whatever. But no hard feelings, you know. Hot girl winter.
Come on now. No. I'm trying to get ready over here too.
Okay. So Marsau, it's giving hater. I hate everyone. I'm hating on everyone who's doing a little bit better than me, or I think they're better than me or something. He's a very insecure man. And that's why he got a girl like Tisha. I actually felt bad for Tisha. It was like telling your kid, like, hush, we don't talk about that at the table. Like, I found that so rude. Like, she really needs some help. She needs some therapy. She needs the good book of the Bible. She needs something, okay? Because for him to just, like, shut her down and she had, like, no rebuttal. Like, I mean, I guess, like, I've never been married, but I guess if you're in, you know, your husband can tell you certain things like that. But it's like you would say, but I would like to know or something. Speak up for yourself a little bit. You know what I mean?
I do.
She just, like, goes mute. It's almost sad to watch, you know? And she's so beautiful. It's like,
yes.
All right, I guess. I like the new lady. What's the new lady name?
Who now? They've been around for a minute. They've been around. I want to say
I see
since
them come in and out.
season one, but they would just do, because remember they was counseling Melody and Martell, I want to say, for a minute. Remember they was kind of
I think
with their relationship and their marriage or whatever the case may be. So they've been around for a minute, and I guess they finally just decided to, you know, put them on a regular basis. But listen, I didn't know about Chris and his situation.
I know.
And that's a lot to swallow. I have to, you know, whatever with that. But God bless her, you know, for hanging in there with her man. Do they have children? They probably have adult children if they do. Yeah, their story is interesting, and I don't think Tisha was trying to be messy. I think she was a cry for help, and I also think that she really wanted to know, like, how did y'all deal with it and overcome, you know, so that she could figure out how to maybe perhaps navigate her own personal life.
Or she feels like it's gonna happen because of the type of low down man she has. Like, I don't care for him. It's very sad how he behaves, and he's always asking, "What do you do? What do you do?" type of thing. I don't know what you do. From what I understand, like somebody was saying, it's a small town, like, you know, and these are people in your circle. I don't know what Marsau does. I don't know what he does. So it's like, it's very like sad for grown man to just be hating. And I feel like that's why he approached Stormi the way he does, because he can't stand when a woman is a boss type of thing, you know? So I feel like that's what it gives. The party. Oh my God. Like the Don said, they could have did a backyard barbecue by her house. I don't know, something. But I would have to get me a full refund. I wanted to go to that restaurant where it looks like a coffee shop. It looks cute initially.
It did look cute, and she really could have did something with that. But hold on one second. I did notice that, Juanita, that they were sharing food. I did notice. I thought that was interesting. That she didn't get all food. They kind of was sharing. I was like, that's different. Now listen, I share food with people all the time, but I still have my own order. So I'm just
like let me taste that. Yep.
Yeah.
Something is alluding to them having like financial issues, which is fine, but just be honest. Like, don't pretend to be something you're not, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's where you get into trouble. If you want to pretend I have 10 homes and da. Like, if you go into a rough patch or whatever, just say it. You're going to ask the people for $100, pissing the people off, doing this, doing that, acting like you're above everybody. Just living your truth. I mean, I don't know what's going on with them, but it's just like something's not right. And I feel bad for Tisha because I feel like she deserves better. He's just not it.
Yeah.
He's not it.
And Jay, let me tell you, I hear what you're saying, but me, my speech impediment and all, I would still be telling him to heck off. But yeah, that just, you know, that just couldn't be me. But that's me. Did I go to everybody?
And my last thing.
Yes.
When you said the planner had attitude, she did. She was looking out. She was like, because it was raining outside. I was like, what? And you on TV promoting your business? If I was on TV, okay, I would be a good businesswoman, period. But if I was on TV, the rollout I would have, everybody would be booking me like a Garcelle.
No, we're not coming for Garcelle Bouvet.
We're not going to do Garcelle like that. Don't take that back. Nano, take that back. We're not going to do Garcelle.
Tiffany had food. Tiffany had food. She at least had food.
Diva. Oh, come on.
Mary, thanks for becoming a member. I truly appreciate you. Listen, guys, you know what? I do like that finally the show is not just, you know, people like tearing each other apart for no reason. It seems like they're trying to get back, right? Not yet, but it do seem like they're trying to get back to some type of substance. We'll see. Time will tell, because you know we still got the rest of the season to go. So I'm gonna hang in there. I don't like, and someone else said it in the chat, and I'm connecting with this. It seems like Marsau is trying to take on this like bad boy troublemaker type of attitude on the show, maybe so that he can become like they just become the number one couple. I think that because Love and Marriage Huntsville, and I'm not saying that they may not be able to shift, but I think because Love and Marriage Huntsville started with Melody and Martell, and even though they came on the show in trouble, I think people just connected to them as a power couple. And I don't know if they're ever going to be able to get a couple to fill that deficit, because Melody had a voice in her relationship. So Tisha and Marsau can never fill that role because Tisha has no voice and no backbone, from what she shows us on the show. Melody had a little a little feist, and now we also know that Melody was the brains behind the business. Martell has fell apart completely without her. When he was sitting there begging for a place to live and acting as if Chris Fletcher was responsible for where he lives with his children, it was embarrassing to me that he was really sitting there saying what he was saying. And I'm like, wow, this is what you have come to, Martell. Like, you flaunting around, doing parties and stuff for your wine and this, that, and the other. But meantime, you don't have no home to live in with your kids. You got to make that make sense. And you want them 50% of the time, but you don't have a place to live. And then the other part that I don't like about this split seasons, we're already behind. Like the show is already, I don't know if we call it behind. Like by the time we see it, they in reality TV, they already lived it, maybe at least a couple months before. But now the way that this Carlos King show is being showed, they already lived it months before. So we're not even nowhere near real time with the situation. And that's what I don't kind of like. Like it did
Diva,
happen to them. Yes.
I asked Kiki on Instagram when they filmed the reunion, and she said soon.
Right. So see what I mean, though? But all of this happened. I think that Crime Stoppers been happened. Like all of this been happened. It's like, I don't know. I'm just feeling like I don't like the split. I'd rather they just do it, give us a reunion, and then do the next season.
And you lose interest. Like,
yeah, you do lose interest, right? Because it's like you almost forget what happened before, and it's just a whole big mess. Listen, I was trying to find the cake and how my party planner did the thing. My party where it was the major snowstorm was like 8 years ago. Then there was 1 year where, again, that whole week leading up to my birthday, because I always go to Broadway for my birthday. It was nice. And then when it was my birthday, it was cold. And I'm not even going to show y'all the little piece of outfit I wore because I had already planned it. But I had to wear it anyway because I was like, well, I planned on this little outfit and I was in Broadway freezing my behind off. But I'm going to show y'all real quick. This was when it was a snowstorm. Y'all see my shoes? I was like, no, drop me off right in front of the door. I'm wearing my shoe.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, I wore my shoe. It was at the bowling alley. I had a nice birthday party in a private room there. My son was little there. That's the little kid there, but he's 18 now. But I had this I went to Broadway. And like I said, that whole week before my birthday, and like the week of my birthday, it was nice. It was like, okay. So I had this little skimpy dress. I froze my behind off. I was like, okay, I'm ready to go home. Juanita, we're closing out, boo. I love you. Nice to see you. Anything you want to say really quickly?
Oh, yeah, just hello, everybody. I'm sorry I'm late. I had another call.
Hey, Miss Juanita.
Hey, listen, you're fine.
What are we going to do about Marsau? And all
his trash.
Diva, can I say something real quick?
Absolutely, you can.
Just real quickly, one scene that I know we didn't speak of, but I recalled was when Mel came in and she said hi to everyone, and Stormi did not or hesitated to reply back. So that's why I'm still side-eyeing Stormi as a true boss, and as you know, as a CEO, and as you know, Stormi loves to portray herself to be. It wouldn't have hurt her to acknowledge that she was in the room, at least say hi. And I don't know what I thought they had, you know, whatever their issues was. I think this was with the mother. I thought that was all taken care of. I don't know what the new rift is between Mel and Stormi, but I did catch that Stormi did not acknowledge Mel when she came into that party. So I wanted to bring that up.
Yeah, but you notice how quickly she spoke to her once Mel said, "Who charged you $100? What happened with that? Who said something to you?" Oh, she started speaking to Mel.
Oh, she was for the mess.
Yeah, she was for the mess.
Mess.
Sheila, he's doing extremely well. He loves it. I just saw him the other weekend, and then the second weekend in October, his school is doing some. I don't know. They're having like a friends and family day, so I'll be at his school then. I'll probably take some pictures. I hope it's not freezing outside, because I think they doing this event like part outside, part inside. But we'll see. But I'm going to see him. The kid is doing well. He's doing well. He a big boy now, but yeah, he's doing well. All right, guys, listen. Thank you. I love y'all. Thanks for being here. Tomorrow night we will be doing trending topics. And listen, I'm telling y'all, pray for Krishan Rock. Because
Yes,
I feel like they're gonna take this, they're gonna snatch this baby up.
They should.
As they should.
That's gonna break my heart.
At this
they
point,
should take that baby from her. I'm sorry.
As soon as possible.
Oh my God, y'all so mean.
She made the mistake of
That
putting
is
his
so
name
bad.
on her birth certificate.
Why would it break your heart? Because give her an opportunity. She's still learning.
You know why it's breaking my heart? Because it's gonna break my heart. I can't get into it with y'all tonight, but it's gonna.
Well, it's gonna embolden my heart when a loving family who probably can't have kids will have her child.
Yeah,
and
too
take
bad
that
it don't
child.
work like that, Sebastian. Too bad it
That
don't
baby's
work
young.
like that fast. And unfortunately, sometimes a lot of these children that go into the foster care, it don't pan out too well for them. It don't pan out too well for them. And a lot of them, unfortunately, too, just as adults, they go through a lot. Just like recently, I just looked at what is her darn name? She plays Scandal, the show Scandal. What is her name?
Kerry Washington.
Kerry Washington. Yeah. She got a lot going on in that head of hers.
Really?
And really? And she recently found out that her father wasn't her father. Is not really her father. She was what do you call that? Help me out. What do you
adopted?
Not adopted. She
sperm donor baby?
Donor. Yeah, she was a sperm donor.
Oh.
Yeah. And you know, she suffers with the eating disorder. She got a lot going on in her head.
Where do you see this? Because I haven't heard anything about
Me either.
It just you can
all over YouTube.
Google it. Yeah, a donor sperm. Thank you. Yeah, she's promoting her memoir. Thank you. She's promoting her memoir.
Diva?
That was her interview with Robin Roberts, wasn't it?
Somebody. I just know I read part of it because I was about to do a video on it. But oh, thank you, Eugene.
Thicker Than Water.
Thicker Than Waters, that's the name of the book?
It's called Thicker Than Waters, I believe that's what it's called. It's her memoir.
Okay. So yeah, but in general, I'm just saying a lot of adopted children that are in the system, children that feel like, you know, they didn't know their biological parents, no matter how good the adopted parents are, a lot of them have some emotional problems. But you know, maybe that memoir could be our book club. But y'all closing out. Hey Leo.
Hey y'all, how y'all doing?
Hey my VIP sister. Leo. Hey, Leo.
Cutie pie on the video. Come on now.
Girl.
Ah!
Because I'm gonna talk so much junk behind the avatar. I need to let people see what I look like. That's what y'all get tonight, but y'all
That's what we
get this any other time. Let me straighten up.
Okay, come on, y'all. So catch it,
look
y'all.
at
Catch it,
that.
y'all. Catch it, y'all.
And you know, I have the locks too, so I wanted to show my
looking
locks
good.
before I cut them.
Oh, you gonna cut them?
I'm gonna cut them. It's been 15 years, and so it's time to move on to something else because I don't really show them like that. I always have them bound. So I mean, yeah, this is me.
Yeah,
beautiful. It's so
You're
nice to meet my
beautiful.
VIP sister in person.
Hey, VIP sister. I have my contacts in most of the time, but you know it's late at night, so I gotta have these glasses on because y'all, I can't see a thing without my glasses on.
Yeah,
Same.
I'm in denial. I be
But
trying.
girl, you still look good. You still look good, Leo.
Y'all are too gracious. Thank you.
No,
So
we love
much.
and we
Y'all
love
too
your
gracious.
lipstick. Oh wait, they said cut it to your shoulders. Okay, we got to talk.
Okay, cut them to my shoulders.
That's
I don't know. I've been the person that's done them the whole time, my whole life. I never went to anyone. I always did them myself.
Oh, really?
So I do them myself independently.
Oh, that's cool.
Like when I first got them started, there was a young lady that started them for me for $20. And then after that, for the past 15 years, I've done them myself.
Really?
Yeah. I went to school for cosmetology, so it's not like I did it straight from the strength. Yeah.
Okay.
You have experience.
Yeah, I have experience. So I'm gonna cut them, but you know, I just wanted to chime in, let everybody know this is the face behind the voice. So
we love you for showing up. Well, listen, guys, good night. Love y'all. See ya next time. Stay back, y'all, for 1 second. Okay, guys. Good night, everybody. Bye.
Y'all have a good night. Bye. Bye. Bye.